Hello, today I'm going to show you how to make this cute little peppermint candy bow tie for my gingerbread kits. They can also be used on any of my other kits in my store. Um, you will need a 1.65 millimeter crochet hook, as well as these three DMC threads. The red is 349. The cream is 822 and the green is 3818. Um, I am actually going to demonstrate how you make this with bigger yarn so you can see everything that I am doing. Um, Normally, you would start with your red to make a magic ring. At least that's what I did. You are more than welcome to start with the white or the cream as well. It's just going to change the center color to white instead of red. This pattern is worked in a continuous round, um, so no joining in between rounds. We're also going to change color with the yarn over technique, which I will show you how to do once we start changing colors. And I carry my colors throughout. So I don't have to have as many tails at the end to tuck in. First thing we are going to do is we are going to start with a magic ring. I'm going to hold the tail between my thumb and my ring finger, and I'm going to wrap the yarn around my fingers. I'm going to make an X and continue to wrap, and then hold it between my thumb and my ring finger. Now I'm going to take my crochet hook and I'm going to go under that first loop and then grab the second one and pull through. Now you see how I have two strands still over here. I'm going to take this back strand and I'm going to pull it through this loop. Down my hook. And there's your magic ring. I'm going to pull on my tail just to make the magic ring a little bit smaller to work with. I'm going to grab my working yarn. And now we're going to do 6 single crochets in the magic ring. And you're also going to crochet over your tail so you can pull it tight at the end. To do a single crochet, you're going to go through your loop. You're going to grab your working yarn, pull it through. Now you're going to grab this and go through both loops. Wrap it and go through both loops. So right there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to pull my tail. We are now going to switch colors. To do this, I'm going to pull on this, my working white thread. You see how there's these 2 loops? There's 1 loop, 2 loop. I'm going to put my crochet hook through the 1 and then again through the second. I'm going to grab my green. I'm going to yarn over and pull it up through. And now you can pull this loop all the way through. Pull my tails together. And now we have our first magic ring done. This is our first stitch that we're going to go into. We're going to go underneath the first and back loop. And since I'm carrying my non-working yarn in this case is the cream, I'm going to put that over my hook. It's just to keep it behind the stitches. Now I'm going to do my first single crochet in that stitch, and now I'm going to do another single crochet stitch in the same stitch. Except this time, instead of pulling the green through at the last moment, I'm going to switch it to the white, and this is how we're going to switch our colors. So every single one of these stitches is going to get 2 single crochet stitches in it. So you can go, and then our carryover yarn goes on top of our hook. I'll hold it down. We're going to do a single crochet. And now our second one, we are going to yarn over and pull through. Carry over. Okay. And that's the end of round 1. You'll know it's the end of round 1 because you have these double greens. Now we're going to start on round 2. For round 2, we're going to do 2 single crochets and then followed by 1 single crochet. On this single crochet is where you're going to do your yarn over color change. And you're going to carry that all the way around. So here's the first. Oops. This. Now we're going to do our double change. Okay, that is the end of round 2. You can tell because now we have these 3 that are green. In the first set here, we're going to do 2 single crochets in this stitch, single crochet, and then this one, the last single crochet of that color will be your yarn over color change. And we will do that all the way around. All right, so we'll do 2 single crochets in this one. We'll do 1 single crochet here. And now we are going to do our yarn over change color. All right, and that is the end. And you could pull on the white original tail then to pull your center more closed. Okay, now I'm going to show you what to do once we get to that point. So this is finished. I just finished that last step like I did before. So what I'm going to do for here, I'm going to thread a needle. I'm going to start weaving in my ends. So this last stitch here, we are going to go right underneath these 2. And we're doing an invisible stitch or an invisible join. Invisible join. So now you've gone through there. See how this one strand goes in between these 2? We are actually going to go down in between those, same that same V, and pull it down. and that creates the last little V there. Now from here, we're going to go to the back and we're going to start tucking in our ends, weaving in our ends, however you want, whatever you want to call it, I guess. I go down and then up and over, and I just go into different directions. That way it's harder for it to come out later. All right, this one I'm going to leave so I can use it to join to the other candy. I'm going to weave in my ends for the other 3. All right, now I'm going to show you how to make um, the center circle. Again, we're going to start with a magic ring. And we are going to do 5 single crochet stitches into the magic ring. So 1, 2, 3, for the first full round, you're going to do 2 single crochet stitches in each stitch. So by the end of it, you'll have 10. And that is it. From there, this is where we left off on the big one. I'm going to cut it away, pull through. Now I'm going to do the invisible join like I did earlier. We're going to go under that V, and we're going to go down through the same V the other one's coming out of for an invisible join. All right, and now we're going to go and we're going to weave in our ends. We are going to leave this thread tail attached, so I have something to sew it onto. Okay, and now we're going to take both of our little peppermints and we are going to connect them. To join them, I'm just going through the single stitches. I'm going to alternate up this way, down this one, up through this one, just alternating. One I'm going up through, the other one I'm going down through. Okay. I'm going to tie a knot. Okay. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm going to go right down through the center of this. Pull that. And now I'm going to basically sew it on. I'm going to come up right under those two, right underneath the triangle or the V. Okay. Now we have your bow tie done. There are two different ways you can go about attaching your bow tie. Actually, there's probably more, but I'm going to teach you at least two different ways. I'm going in, I'm not going through the green. Just trying to go through the back. Okay. I'm going to pull a thread through like that. And now you can either just wrap it around and tie it like I have this one. Or another option, if you want it a more permanent placement or you don't like the idea of tying it, you can sew it on and then needle felt over it. Okay. Okay. Now you can tie this together. If you want. And then you could take whatever rovings, um, you would cut these strings and then needle fell over it. Just like you did for the eyes and the buttons if you decided to do the gingerbread. Yeah. So there's his. And that's how you make their bow ties.